Hello, dear friends. This is another video about an issue which is preoccupying. I am speaking preoccupying in the scope of ITC. I am speaking of pareidolia, that is delusion. In this case, hearing delusion, auditive delusions, can be also visual, but in this case I'm speaking of audition delusion. That is not clear noises which can be interpreted as words or sentences or even human speech. So, to try and clarify a little bit the subject, some weeks ago I went near the sea. It's really a bay with very little wave noise, because it's a bay, the Bay of Vigo, here near my house. There was nobody, absolutely nobody, and I sat there and I recorded the noise of the water. Very soft water. So, exactly to try and illustrate what can induce into pareidolia. So when I arrived home, in my garden, nor in my studio, it was in my garden, I started listening to that recording. I made 4 recordings. This was the first one. And when I listened to it, it's a short recording, around the middle of it, I heard a couple of words with meaning for me in Portuguese, my mother tongue. So I said, well, who knows if this really exists or if it exists in my brain. Anyway, the problem is, at a certain point, it's almost impossible to decide if it is real speech or if it is a brain projection of the content, of the meaning, of the words that the brain interprets as words, and it's just random sounds organized in a certain way. I receive a number of recordings, not only audio but also visual, which in my opinion is what they are, pareidolia. In this particular case, I think it's a very subjective opinion, obviously, but I think, as I will tell you, at the point I will tell you, there are 2 words which could be Portuguese and which could be mixed into the sound of the soft waves of the bay. So let's look at the recording, let's see it, and then you will decide. Here is the original. I'll put it from the beginning. You will decide, and then I recommend that you make an exercise. Try to listen to this recording, original, and if you are Italian, English, French, whatever, Russians, Chinese, Indian, there are some Indian viewers of the videos. See if you perceive words in your mother tongue. If you do, then we have here the situation that it really is a pareidolia. For me, where I will tell you, there is a voice saying this, of course, as usual, mixed with the background noise, in this case, the noise of the sea. Can't call it ocean, it's soft sea. So let's listen. All right, then I will tell you where I hear, and I will tell you what I hear. I'll start a little bit before. It's always good to start a little bit before of what you want to focus your attention on. In this case, what I'm going to again play for you. Here. Okay, so I hear, and from the very moment I listened to it, when I came back from the sea, it was my mobile phone, by the way. I heard this. If it is there or it is not there, that's another matter. I listen. Sou a tua avó portuguesa. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. That's what my brain perceives. Avó, at the center where it is open, e portuguesa, lower. My grandparents were Portuguese, but two of them were of Spanish ancestry. It means my great-grandparents were from Spain. From Spain, near the place where I was born, in the south of Portugal. Anyway. And now we listen to the same recording, which I have edited, and you will see that it becomes a little clearer. From the beginning, it's edited. How did I edit this recording? I think it was noise reduction, perhaps some of these equalizers. The simple one, the graphic one. So, you will see, you will notice that if we want, we can listen to a whole conversation here in this sound of the little waves, soft waves. But let's go to the point where I heard sou a tua avó portuguesa. It means portuguesa could be addressed to me, or it could mean my grandparents. They were all Portuguese, but as I say, from my mother's side, from Spanish ancestry. So let's again, the edited recording. Sou a tua avó portuguesa. That's what I listened. I always heard this from the beginning. And so here we are. I leave this with you as to serve as a matter of reflection. When you make your own recordings, keep this in mind, that it is very easy to perceive sounds in the form of what sound to you as words or sentences which are not there, or sometimes which might be there, as this case. I still hear sou a tua avó portuguesa, so it's there, it's not there, who knows, we don't know. And it's the best thing is to leave it like this. I would not dwell on this idea that we have here a message, but leave it open. It can be, or it cannot be, or it can be a brain projection. As a matter of fact, in ITC, unless it is a very specific, very focused, very definite form of ITC, as it happened with the Adolphe Holmes computer texts, which I have here, compiled by Professor Senkowski, there is always an element of imprecision, of uncertainty. And that is good because, well, life is uncertain, although we think it is very certain. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit from it, hopefully.